My guest today is Kevin Leung. Kevin, how are you?
Great. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
It's great to have you finally on my show. I've known you
Yes.
for years, and here we are. at
Yeah,
last.
glad to be on it.
What do you do?
I'm a software engineer on
My old team.
yeah, your old team.
What's it called now?
Work together. We should be DX, developer experience. Now we're CSE, commercial
CSE.
software engineer.
They would change every couple of years
Yeah,
just to keep
but,
us on our toes.
we worked together for when I first started. You helped mentor me, and it was really great to get to know you.
It was my
and
privilege
work
to
with
do
you.
so.
Absolutely.
And you're working, what kind of technology are you working on?
A lot of different technologies. Focus right now is a lot about bots and so CAP in general. So conversation as a platform, and enabling users and giving them service and collecting information through just conversation like we're doing right now.
And bot's kind of an overloaded term. It means a lot of things.
It
In
does,
this context,
yes.
what do you mean when you say bots?
So when I say bots, means specifically chatbots, the form of application when you talk to, in this case, a machine or a bot, not a real human being, but we try to simulate it like human parity. So you don't realize you're talking to a bot. So it gives the user a really personable, human-friendly experience when they use your service or your application.
Give me an example of when that would be useful.
Yeah, so there's plenty of times when you call and you get the dreaded, press 1 for this, press 2 for this, and it kind of goes to the main menu.
Is that a bot?
That is, I guess, technically is a bot.
Doesn't sound like a human.
It's not a
though.
very intelligent bot, right, when you're on the phone. But it's really sorting and trying to figuring out what David wants when you call for this service.
They could have a human being standing
Exactly.
there
There could be a human
routing that call, but that's kind of expensive.
Yeah, it is very extensive. So it cuts down on like very mundane conversations that we just want to know what you want so we can help route you accordingly.
Okay.
Now this bot could do it easily, and you might not even realize you're talking to a bot. So that's the beauty of it.
All right. And you said that's kind of a mundane bot, but I can't remember what you said, but you sort of implied that wasn't a very good bot.
Yeah, it's not very intelligent.
What would make that experience better?
So there's bots. The best experience is when you don't realize you're talking to a bot, right? And it has intelligence in it.
Yeah, like right now.
So right now, yeah,
You don't
you're pretty good.
realize
I'm not
that
sure. Are you a bot? Intelligence in it, as in like
You've seen Blade Runner.
yes,
It's just like that.
yeah, exactly, yeah, yeah. So you add intelligence to it. So natural language processing. Now this bot has more intellects, and we can really understand what the human is saying.
I've heard that phrase before. Natural language processing. What does that mean?
NLP, natural language processing. So when you talk to me, in my head, I'm trying to decode I'm trying to ingest what is David trying to tell me.
Okay.
So I can help respond accordingly.
All right.
So the act of it inside our applications using NLP.
Okay. So that's a relatively natural thing for humans to do, but it's a hard computer science problem to solve.
It is. It's very complex. A lot of algorithms go in it. But there are solutions out there which help you very easily train models.
Oh, cool. Let's get to the technology. What are some of the solutions?
So right now, for the big thing for Microsoft, we're using LUIS, Language Understanding Intelligence Service.
Okay, LUIS.
LUIS, LUIS, and it's our form of NLP. It helps you train a model super fast.
How does that work?
So you go on the portal, LUIS, LUIS.ai.
Okay.
Yep, LUIS.ai, you build a model, and you say, okay, like for an intent.
What does it mean to build a model?
Oh, to build a model. Okay, so model consists of a few different things. So when I say model, it's the language model.
Okay.
So there's a few keywords there. One is an utterance. An utterance is anything that you say to me or I say to you, like hello, hi, how are you?
All right.
These are all utterances. And then next is an intent. An intent, you could think about it as like a verb. What is the main thing that you're trying to tell me that I have to decipher?
Okay.
And then there's entities, part of the phrases that are of use.
Okay.
So for example, if I say hello, howdy, what's up, how's it going, David? That's
they
all different ways of saying one thing, and I'm
I
trying to
see.
greet you.
Okay, so this
Right.
building the model is mapping all those different ways, those utterances,
Exactly, yep.
into an intent.
Exactly.
A meaning for that utterance.
What's
All
the
those
alternative? You have to, regex, or you have to find every single one of the phrases how to say, like how many possible ways can you say hello to someone?
Oh, okay. So
It's a lot.
You could have a big, giant case statement with all those, and,
Right.
and common misspellings or
Yeah,
mispronunciations.
that's the alternative,
of them.
right.
That seems really, really complex. But
Yeah.
Lewis just handles this,
Yes, it just handles it. So you just give it a bunch of examples and
Okay.
press train.
and that's enough. Just
And that's enough. Yep.
Okay.
And then you just do that repeatedly with a bunch of new intents. And then what gets passed back is a JSON. So if you
Okay.
talk to me or my bot and say hello, the bot's going to tell me David is saying a greeting. So now I could
because
handle that
I have to
accordingly.
point my bot to this JSON file
Yes.
that knows all these utterances and intent mappings that we've.
Yes.
created.
So
Okay.
ultimately, when you create this language model through LUIS, it gets extracted as myself as a developer into everyone as an endpoint. as an API endpoint.
So this would be a web service.
It is, yep.
Okay.
I hit it, and then I get a JSON back.
Okay.
I pass in the query, which is in case, hello, David. Pass it to Lewis. Lewis says, okay, I think the intent is greeting, and it passes me that through JSON.
Okay. And what is it that calling this? What is you're actually building your bot with?
Sure, yeah. So it could be different things. There are many different platforms out there, but right now I'm using Microsoft Bot Framework,
Okay.
the bot builder. There's V3. V4 just came out. It's being worked open source, I think, as of 2 weeks ago. Really new stuff.
Oh, really?
Which is
So
really
was
exciting.
V3 open source?
V3 was not built. It is now, but it wasn't really built
So
open
just
source.
Just
during-
that in and of itself is a big change.
It is,
Yeah,
yes.
okay.
The docs for V3 are, but
Okay.
V4, they wanted to get out in the open, work on it. So the engineers are working on GitHub, and it's really exciting. You can go and contribute and see all the,
Oh, that's
the
awesome.
issues
So
and
not only can
backlogging.
people see how it's done, but they could fix bugs if they want to.
Yeah, encourage you guys to go check it out. Microsoft Bot Builder, V4, and go join the conversation.
Walk me through a little bit of using the Microsoft Bot Framework.
Sure.
What's step one?
Sure, step one is it's first Node and Node.js.
So I
That's
have to install
one.
that. Okay.
And there's also C# or .NET if you prefer that technology.
Okay.
And the first thing is it's an SDK, so you have to just install it.
Okay. That's downloaded from where?
It's downloaded from NuGet, or it's downloaded from NuGet on the .NET side,
Okay.
and then on the Node.js side, it's npm package.
Okay, so now I have this library. It's available to me. It's installed either part of Visual Studio
On your
or part
computer,
of
yep.
Node. I'm going to write some code in JavaScript or C#. What does that
Correct.
code look like?
Correct. So you have to start up this bot, and this bot really just takes in a few parameters. And what's awesome about this is with the bot, you get something called a bot connector. So this bot is essentially what you're talking to, the application you're talking to. So that's living on my computer right now. How do I get it to the broader world? How do I get it to you as a user to talk to my application?
You just
It's-
invite me over to use my laptop.
Yeah, you can
Here's
come over
my-
to my house and use my laptop, or the alternative,
Yeah.
if I don't want you coming over every day.
Yeah, or if I live in
Not that I don't want
Australia
that.
or something like that.
Right? I can, worldwide. I can now connect my bot to a bot connector.
Oh,
And
what's
now,
that?
now this bot connector talks to my bot on whatever machine, local, or if it's hosted on Azure or any web service, cloud service hosting. It talks to the connector, and this connector brokers all these channels. And these are, I think, like up to more than 12 channels.
What's a channel?
Slack, so any communication channel, as
Oh,
in
okay.
Slack.
All right, so I could have a
Facebook,
Slack channel
SMS,
that
Twilio.
is set up to communicate with the bot, and then when I say hello to the Slack channel,
Exactly.
it sends the bot. The bot says, "Oh, it's a greeting,"
Yep.
and it'll understand that, and then it'll respond accordingly.
Exactly. So the connector really just routing your bot to all these endpoints and these channels.
Okay.
And that's the beauty of it. I really think the really great part about it is I built the bot once and I deploy it. And now I have access to 14 or plus different
Oh, yeah, you can go to
channels,
Slack
right?
or Facebook or on a website.
Right. Now, so I reach
or-
all these different users. I don't have to have them download my bot. They can just use
That is
text
really, that is a
or
nice example.
any of these like Cortana, all our users are using it anyway, right? And they know how to talk and communicate, and everyone has like Facebook or these
Yep.
social medias.
Sure.
So now that they don't have to download my application, it's already there, and they just need to talk to my bot.
Give me an example of a cool bot that you built.
A cool bot that I've built. So I'm actually working on a new bot. It's for Chicago, and it helps you get around. So it updates me with the CTA, the buses, the trains, how to walk from point A to point B.
Oh.
So the alternative is me going on my maps and typing in a location.
Right.
Now I could talk to the bot through voice. I've hooked up through Cortana, again using the connector channel.
Uh-huh.
And I say, hey, I want to go to this address. What's the best way to get there? Or when's the next bus to get to this location? Or
Oh, nice.
train? So now this is all passed through Lewis.
So Lewis, let me make sure I understand all
yeah.
the pieces of this. You've got a bot framework. You're speaking to Cortana, which is wired up to your bot framework, and when you ask it a question, when is the next bus leave?
Yep.
Then it's going to send it to this natural language process, understand the intent
Lewis.
of what you're saying, and then it's going to somehow there's probably some service that you're calling to find out when the actual
Yep.
so the
Yeah,
CTA has
public
a
APIs,
service, knows when the next bus leaves, and then it'll send that back to you
Yep.
in some text or voice or something.
Exactly.
Like that.
As a user, I don't
okay.
see any of that. I
Right.
just say, how do I get
These are
here?
nerds watching my show. They
Yeah.
want to dig down the weeds, but you're
Yeah,
right.
absolutely.
It's all abstracted away to me,
Which is
the
perfect.
user. I don't care about that. I
Yep.
just want to know when the bus is leaving.
Absolutely, yeah. So NLP is a great way to interpret all the different ways that I can possibly say, I want to get to this location. Like, take me here. I'm hungry. I want to find food at this location. Or what's the best way to get there?
Like
There's so many different ways.
75% of your apps are all about eating.
Oh yeah,
food.
if you know me, which you do, you have to bring food to me all the time, and I just live
We're
around.
going to take
food.
care of that right after this show.
Yeah.
But first, this is exciting. I want to learn more about it. Where should I go?
If you want to learn more about it, Docs at Microsoft is a great place. So specifically, dev.botframework.com.
Excellent.
Learn more.
And you have an online presence, do you not?
I do, yes. You can follow me on GitHub and Twitter at KSL Hacks.
Kevin, thanks so much.
It's always a pleasure, David. Yeah. Pro tip, whenever you're using technology and exploring different technologies, when you're making things to change the world or to change and make your life easier, the best people to beta test and alpha test are your friends, without a doubt, including David Giard. He's great.